Hi everybody, it's Kelly, and today I have a video about my recent trip to Zion National Park, the Grand Canyon, Horseshoe Bend, Antelope Canyon, and everywhere else in between. I went on a road trip recently, or if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, then you know that I recently went on this trip, and I went on the trip with my boyfriend Anthony and two of our friends Dustin and Talina, and we rented a car and just headed out on December 30th, so we spent New Year's Eve over there on that trip, and it was a lot of fun. I absolutely loved Zion. I thought it was so beautiful. I really wish I hiked to the top of Angel's Landing, but I got too scared because if you don't know what Angel's Landing is, to get to the top there's a part where you have to like hold on to chains, and it's pretty narrow, at least from what I've seen on videos and pictures. But anyway, there was snow and ice, and we were all just wearing Nikes, and I was just very scared that I was gonna fall, so I didn't go on it, and neither did Anthony, but Dustin and Talina did it, so mad props to them. After Zion, we went to Horseshoe Bend, Antelope Canyon, and a couple other places in Page, Arizona. Actually, the night that we got to Page, it was New Year's Eve, and we were looking up places to eat or places to celebrate the new year on Yelp, but there actually wasn't that much over there. At least not that many places were open. It took us about 45 minutes to find a place to eat, and we ended up going to this one Mexican place, and I think we had dinner at around 9 o'clock or something like that, and they closed at 9:30, so thank God that they were open on New Year's Eve. And then we just spent we rang in the new year in our hotel room, just watching the countdown, and then we went to sleep right after that since we had a long day ahead of us. Page, Arizona was really great. There were so many places to see, and we're only planning on seeing Horseshoe Bend and Antelope Canyon, but we knew we wanted to do Antelope Canyon in the morning or like early afternoon, and then Horseshoe Bend at sunset because that's when the lighting is best at Horseshoe Bend. So we found a couple other hikes to do in between, and those ended up being a lot of fun. I'll put them all in the description box below, so you guys can check those out too if you're ever in the area. But that night we actually got so carried away with all the activities that we were doing that we didn't look for hotels until around 6 o'clock or something like that. And by then, since it was New Year's Day, a lot of the places were already booked or they were very expensive. And so there was one place that we were gonna sleep at, and it turns out it was first come first serve to get a room there, and they had like 1 or 2 rooms left or something, and I believe we were 2 hours away. I'm not sure how far away Page is from the Grand Canyon, but something like 2 hours away, and we were just like, you know what, YOLO, we're just gonna go, and hopefully the room was available. And this was in the city south of the Grand Canyon, Tucson. And by the time we got there, we called that hotel, and they had all their rooms booked, and then we literally visited every hotel in that city. There were probably like 8 to 10 hotels, and we stopped by every single one of them, and there was only one hotel that had 2 rooms available, and it was definitely out of our price range, so we just ended up staying in the trunk of the car that we rented, and we didn't have any sleeping bags or anything like that, not even any blankets, so it was just the 4 of us just packed in the back like sardines. And oh my gosh, it seemed like it would be okay, but then it was like less than 20-degree weather, so we were freezing and woke up a lot in the middle of the night, but it was worth it. At least we woke up early enough in the morning to make it to the Grand Canyon for sunrise, and then we spent the rest of the day there. And when we got back actually from our trip, we were craving Asian food ever since like halfway into our trip, so we made it a point to go to BCD Tofu House at the very end. So yeah, it was a really great trip. I had a great time with my friends, and I'm happy that I am able to make this video to share with you guys and to kind of have for myself so I can remember this trip forever. So if you have any questions, just ask in the comments below, and I will have a bunch of links in the description box for places that we visited. And I hope you enjoy the video. 371 miles to go.
By St. George.
Keep coming
home, but you're not around.
You're not around. I gave it all when you asked me for more, and then you turned it down. And now you're not around.
What's up? GVO crew.